Gillian Saunders from Grant Thornton. I'm the global leader for hotels and tourism within our company. Myself, I do a lot of tourism and hospitality consulting work across the continent, a little bit of aviation work as well. The continent still has a lot of challenges. So we are currently experiencing a slowdown because of the tail off in China's growth, because of the resources constraints through that, the drop in the oil price. So it's a bit more challenging than it ever was. That's probably one of the continent's biggest challenges. The other, if I really look at it, it's doing business in Africa. Whether you're a tourism business or a hotel business or an airline, if only the African countries could be more proactive in terms of opening up the doing business space, so that on the Economic Forum's ranking of countries' ease of doing business, the African countries went towards the top. They're currently towards the bottom. And that's our big challenge. I think the biggest theme this year, but I'm not sure that it's really embedded in everybody's mind yet, in terms of the conference, is the way that the hotel industry is inextricably linked, almost symbiotically linked to other parts of the tourism value chain, if you like, particularly airlines and aviation and airlift, but also to the other transport elements or the attraction base as leisure tourism grows. And that working with all the stakeholders in a destination and open collaboration between the stakeholders in the tourism chain, and I'm putting hotels in that tourism chain, that is really a takeaway from the event. And I think we can build on that, because I think the message is getting there a little bit. And my perception is, I ran a panel with the hotel industry people and the airlines and the aviation people there, is that the hotel industry is still waiting for the aviation industry to develop airports or put on flights, and then they build hotels. They're not getting up there up front and saying, let's go together to get these countries to do what's needed in terms of stimulating tourism development. It's quite a tough challenge to stimulate getting that collaboration right and those forums going. I think it comes from two places. It comes from those people in the industry themselves, usually through the form of strong associations. So if you have a strong airline association and a strong tourism or hotel association that can work together. But African associations are not always that strong. So in South Africa, that works reasonably. The other place it comes from is a listening government. So if the public sector, and we're working in Kenya at the moment with the Ministry of Tourism on a tourism strategy for Kenya. And when you do tourism strategy, you've got to look at the whole thing. It's not just hotels, it's attractions, it's car hire, it's aeroplanes, it's safari, it's a whole bunch of things. And Kenya isn't getting those people talking together yet. And I understand from being here in Rwanda that that's happening more in Rwanda. And where does it happen? Government invites them in and government listens. And I think that's for government in a way to drive, or in a mature sector or a mature industry, you do find the associations in the private sector coming to the fore and driving those things. Well, I would suggest they should join it. I think it's the best forum on the continent. And I think if you keep bringing the airlines in a little bit more, it's going to be a really good forum for tourism development on the continent. It's a great learning opportunity. It's a great networking opportunity. It is the one forum where you get the international global players here. We had CEOs of 2 of the largest hotel groups in the world here, and we have delegations from the other major international hotel brands. I think we need to probably try and get a little bit more of the owner community here and find the African owners, because I think they're perhaps missing a little bit. And those are the people we're trying to entice to come to them, and we need to tell them that if you get here, you're going to learn a lot. Even if you aren't ready yet, or your package isn't ready, or your investment's not ready yet, you'll learn what's going to make it more ready for the brands to get involved, or for you to make it a success by yourself. So there's a huge opportunity to learn a lot here and to network.